The legend of Moana begins when Maui, the shape-shifting hero of men, takes the heart of Te Fiti, but is stopped by the lava monster Te Ka, losing a magical stone and is hooked to the ocean. From an early age, Moana enjoys listening to her grandma's stories about Maui and Te Fiti. Also at a young age, the ocean sees the pure heart Moana has when she helps protect a baby turtle as it travels to the sea. Lesson 1. Do good, even when nobody's watching. In a magical ocean moment, Moana meets the ocean and is given the heart of Te Fiti. As Moana grows up, her parents teach her about contentment and how their tribe lives on the island. Lesson 2. You can find happiness where you are right now. On the island, the whole community works together to provide for their needs. But Moana feels the call of the ocean, and as she grows, her grandmother teaches her about the ocean and asks her, "Do you know who you are?" The island, however, is starting to show signs of death in things like the coconuts and the fish. It's a tipping point for Moana, and she knows why the ocean calls her. She knows there's an answer for her dying island somewhere out there over the sea. And for Moana, there is no limit to how far I'll go to find a way to help her island. Moana continues to feel the call of the ocean. Lesson 3. There are times in life where you feel a calling to go a new direction and find something bigger than yourself. Moana looks beyond her own needs and works to find answers for her island community. Moana decides to try to go beyond the reef to see if she can make it. But the reef proves to be just as dangerous as her dad warned. Her boat is dashed to pieces, and she gets hurt in the process. Lesson 4. Listen to warnings from your parents and those around you. Her grandmother finds her and decides it's time to show her the history of their tribe. Turns out she is more than just the village crazy lady. Inside a hidden cavern, Moana finds out that their people were not always on the island, but used to be a wayfinding tribe who spent their lives on the ocean before Te Fiti lost her heart. Now Moana realizes that her ancestors lived on the ocean. Lesson 5. When you have unanswered questions, dig deep until you find a satisfying answer. Her grandmother tells her that the ocean chose you, and she needs to return the heart of Te Fiti by going out over the ocean, following Maui's hook until she can find Maui and ask him to return Te Fiti's heart. At first, Moana's father protests, but things are accelerated when her grandmother dies, and on Grandmother Tala's bed, she charges Moana to leave for the ocean and save their island. With a boat built by her ancestors, she is able to make it over the reef and starts exploring the ocean. With no experience and no one to teach her, Moana is not very good at sailing or wayfinding. Following Maui's hook in the sky proves harder than it seems, but the ocean provides help when Moana needs it. After a turbulent storm, Moana finds herself shipwrecked on a forlorn island and angry with the ocean for what happened. Lesson 6. Look for good in the bad things that happen. There just might be hidden purpose beyond what is on the surface. And Moana finds the ocean's purpose in bringing her there, for the island isn't uninhabited, but is in fact the home of Maui, whom she was searching for. Maui is a hero who has done many things for people, and he tells Moana about some of his feats he has accomplished. Lesson 7. Don't brag about what you've done. It's not attractive. Maui then traps Moana and tries to steal her boat so he can escape the island. Moana doesn't give up though, and escapes from the cave and, with the ocean's help, forces Maui to accept her as a companion on the boat. She tells him, "I am Moana," and commands him to take them to Te Fiti and return the stone. Maui, however, isn't impressed by Moana and thinks she won't be much help. As they are discussing the heart of Te Fiti, they are attacked by Kakamora, who momentarily steal the stone. Maui wants to give up on the stone that has only brought him trouble since he found it. But Moana retrieves the stone on her own, impressing Maui. Some people must be won over with action and deed, rather than just words and promises. In a battle of wills, Moana convinces Maui that to regain his status of being hero of all men, he needs to help Moana and return the heart. Seeing that he can be a hero again, he agrees as long as they go and find his hook first. Moana asks Maui the master wayfinder to teach her how to sail. and at first he refuses, but with a little help from the ocean again, he is forced to teach her the art of wayfinding. Lesson 9. Moana is eager and willing to learn new things. It's an admirable trait worth having. They make it to an island, and once again Maui tries to leave Moana behind. But showing her courage and determination, Moana starts climbing up the steep face with Maui. They jump into a magical vortex to enter the realm of monsters to find Maui's hook in Tamatoa's lair. Moana meets the shiny crab, who is eager to talk about himself. Lesson 10. Vanity is an unattractive trait. With the help of a distraction from Moana, Maui is able to get his hook from Tamatoa, but he seems to have lost his ability to control his shape-shifting with his hook. It's up to Moana again to save them and make a great escape. Back in safety, Maui's sad condition sinks in and puts him in a deep depression. Not being able to use the power of his hook is devastating. He hardly wants to talk to Moana about it. Moana shares about her island and how it is dying, and that she is returning the stone so that her people will have a future. Lesson 11. Sharing with others helps break down barriers so that others can share their stories of heartache too. With a little pep talk from Moana, Maui gains some confidence to try out his powers again. Maui successfully controls his hook this time and is ready to sail to Te Fiti. Maui and Moana grow closer together and learn to work as a team even better than before, working day and night to find the island. They make it to Te Fiti, and as expected, Ka attacks, and Ka forces them to abandon their mission. Lesson 12. Many times in life, we will find that our human effort is not enough on its own. When they recover from the blast, Maui shows Moana his cracked and broken hook and tells her that he can't go back, and leaves. Moana hits rock bottom and is ready herself to give up on the heart of Te Fiti, just like Maui. While crying, Grandmother Tala returns, and she reminds Moana of who she is, and that the ocean chose her. She's reminded of her draw to the ocean and her ancestors from the past. Lesson 13. Knowing our call in life and the legacy of those who went before us are both powerful forces to help ground us and give us fortitude for the trials ahead. Moana sets sail for Te Fiti again with renewed purpose and sails by herself, by night and day, to return to the island. Moana is able to navigate with some success around Ka and get through the barrier rocks. But before she can escape to the island, Ka flips Moana's boat and is about to finish her. Maui returns to help Moana at just the right time and occupies Ka while Moana heads to Te Fiti. During the fight, Maui sacrifices the last power of his hook in order to protect Moana. But when Moana reaches the top of the island and sees a gaping hole, it dawns on her what really happened to Te Fiti. She holds up the shiny heart and tells the ocean to allow Ka to come to her. Moana returns the heart of Te Fiti, proving her theory was right. Ka was really Te Fiti without her heart. Lesson 14. If we were stripped of what is good, we also would become horrifying monsters. With Te Fiti restored, Moana and Maui are given a new hook and a new boat as a thank you for bringing her back to her true nature and restoring the life-giving properties of the island and ocean. Moana returns home and helps restore her people to the wayfinding customs from hundreds of years ago. And they lived happily ever after.